Recording is started. Okay. So in the previous class, we have studied the break statement. Today, let us start a program that is very popular. Check whether a number is prime or not. Now, first of all, what is a prime number? Prime number means it is a number that is divisible by only two numbers, 1 and the number itself. The smallest number is 2. The smallest prime number is 2 because it is divisible by 1 and by itself. 3 is a prime number, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. Like this we have prime numbers, okay, 19. So how can you check whether a number is prime or not? For example, let us suppose we have to check whether number 13 is prime or not. So what is the logic? The logic is very simple. First of all, you will use a loop here. What you want to do? You want to divide this number from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if I want to check whether a number is prime or not, like number 13 is prime or not, what I will do a simple task. As I told you in the definition, the number prime number should be divisible by the number 1 and by the number itself. Okay. So I will divide 13, the number 13 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The only thing is when I will divide number 13 with 13 numbers, in the output it should be divisible by only two numbers. If it is divisible by two number like 1 and 13, it is a prime number. If it is divisible by more than two number, it is a non-prime number. For example, here it is divisible by only two numbers. Okay. How I will check whether a number is divisible by number 13 or not? I will use the modulus operator. I think you all know the modulus operator. It means the remainder. Yes or no? For example, 4 modulus 2 is 0. 5 modulus 2 is not 0. It is 1. Yes or no? So I will write 1 modulus 13, 2 modulus 13, 3 modulus 13. I can use the loop for that purpose. Okay. It becomes very easy if I use the loop to write the same thing. And I will use a variable count that will hold the values or the numbers that are divisible by 13. For example, 1 is divisible by 13. So I will increment the value of count. So count will become 1. 2 is not divisible by 13, 3, 4, 5, nothing is divisible. 13 is divisible by 13 because the remainder is 0. So count is increased. So count will become 2. At the end of the program, I will check whether value of count is 2 or not. If the value of count is 2, it is a prime number. If the value of count is not 2, it is a non-prime number. Okay. For example, we can check for the number 4. 4 is a non-prime number. Why? Because you will divide it by 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yes or no? Now the value of count is 0 at the start. You will divide 1 by 4, it is divisible. So the answer is 1. You will divide 2 by 4, again it is divisible. So value of count is 2. 3 is not divisible, so count is not increased. You will divide 4 by 4, it is divisible, so it is again increased. So the thing is, value of count variable is increased every time the number is divisible. Okay. So the final value of count is 3. You will compare 3 with 2. Why you are comparing 3 with 2? Because in prime number is divisible by 1 and by the number itself. So here 3 is not equal to 2 now. It means it is not a prime number. That's all you need to write. Now I will open up the code. I hope it is clear. If there is doubt, just ask. It is a simple logic, na? Try to remember the logic. How can we check a number like 100 is prime or not? Start from 1 and divide till 100. Okay. If it is divisible by only two number, 1 and 100, it is prime number. If it is divisible by more than two number, it is not prime. That's all. You need to write a for loop. You need to write if and else. That's the end of story.
Yes, sir.
So let us open the program. That's the simple program. Okay. I will paste it in the compiler and I will explain. That's a very popular program. Okay, I will say. Let us check whether it is working or not. 13 is a prime number. Okay, let us check about 4. 4 is not a prime number, so the program is working fine. First of all, we are taking an input from the user, okay, using printf and scanf. It is fine. Then the for loop is started from 1 and it will go up to n. Why? Because I told you, you have to check from the 1 till the number. If n modulus I is double equal to 0, what is n? Let us suppose 13, and what is I? It is 1. So we will divide 13 with 1, 13 with 2, 13 with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up to 13. Okay. Flag means it is like the count variable. Okay, it will count. If a number is divisible by 13 or by n, the value of flag is increased. You just need to check at the end here when the for loop is stopped. At the end you need to check only if flag is 2 means the number is divisible by 1 or by itself, then of course it is a prime number. If the value of flag is not 2, it means it is 3, 4 or any other number, it means it is not a prime number. That's all. I think there is no doubt, but if you are not able to understand this particular program, just tell me. I will explain it for one more time. If you have understood this, then open your compiler, type the code. I can give you 5 to 10 minutes and send the answer in the MS Team chat box. Simple. This is the very popular code. Okay. Now we can also do this program with the help of break statement. Okay, that's why after break I have asked this question. We will do the same program with the help of break also. Okay, we have to do less calculation if we use the break. First let us do with the help of this topic, means with the help of this particular logic, then we can use the break statement also. Just to demonstrate that we can use the break statement also, we will solve the code also with the help of break statement. It is not required. I think this is easy logic, so you can remember this logic. Just do it in the chat and send the answer in the chat box. Kindly mute yourself. If you want to ask something, you can ask. Ujjwal, kindly mute yourself. Ujjwal, I think you were absent in lot of classes. Am I correct? Ujjwal?
हेलो सर,
Yes, Ujjwal.
मैं उसकी पैटर्न प्रिंटिंग प्रोग्राम्स की वो वीडियो देखने जा रहा हूँ. अटेंडेंस कितने बजे लगेगी?
Attendance I will mark maybe at 4:30.
Okay sir, then I will come.
Okay. So I hope this is a simple program. It is not difficult. Just remember the logic. That's all. I can give you 10 minutes for this program. Prime number check. So I think you all have understood the pyramid pattern, the solid rhombus, the hollow rhombus. You need to understand only nested for loop. Today we will also do some pattern printing program. After this we will do the continue statement, okay? Then we will do some pattern printing program. Then we will start switch case. It is like if else statement, okay? But it is more clear. So do this program quickly. I think 5 minutes are over. But try to understand this, okay? I mean, what you can do, open the compiler and write the code by yourself. If you are not able to write the code, then you can, check out my code. But do not do this like you are, copying the code from my screen. Don't do it. Write the code by yourself. You will get some error, then I will try to fix it. So do not directly copy the code from my screen. Just read the code, understand the code, then type the code by yourself without seeing it. And if you get error, then you can match the code with my code. I think on Saturday a lot of students were absent. Around 7 students were absent from the section D. I have already sent the slide. You can check this out. We have done some pattern printing programs. Okay, do the code quickly. I think some students have joined late, so I will explain the code for one more time. The logic is very simple. A prime number is a number that is divisible by only two numbers, either by 1 or by the number itself. Yes or no? The smallest prime number is 2. Why? Because 2 is divisible by 1 and of course by 2 itself. Let us suppose we want to check whether number 13 is prime or not. So what we will do, we will apply the very basic logic, okay? We will try to divide the number 13 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So here with the help of for loop, we are trying to divide the same. The value of I is 1. Okay. I means the number by which we are dividing the 13. I is 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why we have written n modulus I. N is 13, let us suppose, and I will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 13. Okay. And I have used the double equal to operator. Why? Because if a number is divisible by other number and if the modulus or if the remainder is 0, it means the number is completely dividing the other number. Yes or no? For example, 2 is dividing 2, so the remainder is 0. If you divide 3 by 2, the remainder is 1, so it is not completely divisible. So you will divide 13 by 1 and the remainder will become 0. So you have a variable known as flag here. The initial value is 0. Okay. Flag plus plus, instead of writing flag plus plus, you can also write flag equal to flag plus 1. Okay. It is the same thing. We are just incrementing the value of flag. So you will divide 13 by 1 and you will increment the value of flag. It means 13 is divisible by 1. Then 2 is not dividing 13. Okay. 3 is not dividing 13. At the end, only 13 will divide 13 and the value of flag will become 2. Then for loop will stop. Here you will check if flag is 2. Flag 2 means the number was divisible by only two numbers, 1 and by itself. Then it is a prime number. Let us take another number 4. You will divide 4 with 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is dividing 4, 2 is dividing 4 and 4 is also dividing 4. It means the value of flag is 3. Yes or no? It will become 1, 2 and 3. Means 3 numbers are dividing 4. Then it is not a prime number. The else condition will work. Because we know a prime number means a number that is divisible by only two numbers, 1 and the number itself. That's all. That's the simple logic we are using. If we want to check whether a number 1000 is a prime number or not, divide number 1000 with 1 2 means divide from 1 to 1000 with all the numbers. If the value of flag is 2, then that's a prime number, else it is not a prime number. Simple. Do the code in the compiler, send the output. Okay, Ajita, Sejal, Raj, other students also send the code. And again, take my advice, do not tally the code from my screen, type by yourself. When you type the code, you can do silly errors, like in the for loop, instead of writing semicolon, you can write comma. Sometimes, you can miss the curly bracket like this, sometimes you can miss the semicolon. So make a habit, like try to write the code by yourself. Here, instead of writing flag plus plus, do not get confused. Here we are just incrementing the value by 1, okay? So it will work. We can write the same code with break statement. I can show you the code, okay? And whichever code you like, you can use without the use of break statement and with the use of break statement. So after this, we will check the code that is trying to check whether a number is prime or not by using the break statement. The same logic is there.
Sir, there is a problem in my code. Please check the my code.
Okay, let me copy paste it in my compiler. You have not closed the for loop, na? That is the problem. No. You have closed the for loop incorrectly. For example, for loop will stop here in the line number 16. What you are doing is, you will divide 1 by 13, then you will check whether the value of flag is 2 or not. Then you will divide 2 with 13, then you will check the value of flag is 2 or not. Then you will again divide. No. First we need to divide 13 with all the numbers from 1 to 13. After the for loop is closed, then we will check what is the final value of flag. Is it 2 or is it some other number? So let me execute the code. So you need to shift the curly bracket here. Means for loop starts from line number 9 and it will end from line number 15. Okay. After else, the curly bracket will not come. Okay, Abha?
Okay, sir.
Then I will wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Then we will start the next topic. Last 2 minutes at 3:40, we can check out the same code with the help of break statement. 2 more minutes. That's a very popular program. Okay, it is a simple program. Like question like this can be asked in the interview. But the thing is, it is popular. It is easy, but it is popular code. Okay, like when you are studying the C programming language for the first time, this code is very popular for the prime number. I think this particular code is popular in class 11th and 12th also. Last 1 minute. Okay, I think a lot of students have sent the code. So okay, so this is the code in which break statement is used. So try to understand the code and just tell me how it is working. Look, the logic of the previous code and the logic of this code is same. Okay, so it depends on you whether you want to remember the previous code or this code. Okay, just for demonstrating how the break statement works, I have included this particular program. Okay, so just try to understand the program and tell me how it is working. It is 90% same as of the previous program, but there are some changes. Tell me what are the changes here. Time anyone and give me the explanation. Anyone? Same program with only very tiny modification is there. It is 95 or 90% the same code as of the previous code. Yes, anyone? Else I will call out the name of students. Okay. Sojal, take your time and explain the code. No. Then Yaman.
Yes, sir. 1 minute, sir.
No worry, take your time. Yes.
So
Check
why
out
do you
this
do
comment.
that equal to 0, sir?
Say it again.
Sir, I would. Sir, in this we have put I equals to 2, so it will not divide by 2, 1, sir. So already it is checked by 1 that it is divisible of 1. So
Take an
then
example.
if
Let us suppose, wait. Let us suppose the number is 13 and tell me in the layman term how it is working.
sir, if the number n equals to I equals to 13, no sir.
Mm.
So n equals to 13, sir. So first it will divide by 13 divided by 2. So the remainder is there. So it will not come inside black sir, if condition. So it will again the loop will loop will be there. So now I equals to 3. So again it will divide. Like till 13, it will divide, and in end f like equals to 1. And hence the loop will break now. So
Mm.
now we will check if condition f like equal to 0. If it is 0, if it is 0, as if flag is equals to 1, so it will come to else condition, so it will say it is a non-prime.
Let us check whether the program works or not. It is not working. 13 is not a prime number. It is not working. The program is
I
wrong.
equals to 1, I think so. I equals to 1, it should be, sir.
The first thing is you need to tell me is that there is error in the program. Okay, you can either write I equal to 1, or here either you can write I less than n. Okay, then it will work. Okay, so it is working now. So the first thing is you have to point out the error. Look, here the logic is very simple. In the previous program, the logic was the number should be divisible by two number, yes or no, 1 and by itself. Here it is the, but the thing is, it is saying the number should not be divisible by any number. For example, if we need to check number 13 is prime or not, so divide from number 2 to number 12. From 2 to 12, divide the number 13, means divide 13 by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's all. If it is divisible by any number, use the break statement and go to the flag and print that it is not a prime number. Okay. So what is the advantage of using this code? Can anyone tell me? Like this code has some advantage over the previous code. Can anyone tell me what is the advantage? I hope you have understood how this code is working. Let us suppose the number is 100. So in the previous code, you will divide the number 100 from 1 to 100. But in this code, you will divide the number 100 from 2 to 99. What is the advantage here? Come on, tell me anyone, take your time.
सर सारे सारे नंबरों से डिवाइड नहीं करेगा, अगर एक भी बीच में कोई आ
course.
गया तो वो खाली ब्रेक हो जाएगा.
Yes, this is the time. This is the advantage that it is taking less time. For example, in the previous code, if I want to check whether number 1000 is prime or not, I will divide the number from 1 to 1000. Then at the end, I will get the answer. But here, you will divide the number from 2 to 999. So first you will divide the number with 2. And when you divide the number 2 by 1000, it means it is not a prime number. Yes or no? Because here, the value of flag will become 1. The thing is, here we are just checking, means if a number is divisible by any other number than the 1 and by number itself, then it is not prime. That's all. So if you want to check whether 1000 is a prime or not, we will first divide it by 2. It is divisible, so the loop will break. Okay, then you will go here and you will print that it is not a prime number. But yes, let us suppose we have to check whether number 13 is prime or not. Then we need to divide the number 13 from 2 to 13, sorry, from 2 to 12. Okay, so the thing is, if the number is not prime, then it will save our time. But if the number is prime, it will not save our time. But still it is a good code because less number of calculation are needed in case the number is large and it is prime. Okay, so it depends on you. The previous code I think is easy to remember. It is somewhat, it is also easy. It is, you can say, somewhat more complex, you can say. I won't say it is complex. Okay, it is taking, it has used another logic. Okay, so if the number is not prime and it is large, it is a good code because it will not divide, it will not do a lot of calculation, it will not do a lot of division. So it depends on you whether you want to remember this code or the previous code. Both are correct, both will work. Okay, so here instead of writing plus plus I, everything will work. Okay, you can write I equal to I plus 1 or I plus plus. Both are same, both are okay. Now let us start the next topic. I hope there is no doubt here. We will study the continue statement. Okay, break and continue are somewhat similar. Okay, because both break and continue are used in the loops. Remember, Break and continue can only be used in the for loop, in the while loop, or in the do while loop. Anywhere else it cannot be used. If you use break and continue other than the loops, you will get an error. What is continue statement? Continue statement skips the current iteration of the loop and continues with the next iteration. Okay. Continue means we are skipping some steps. I will show you the example and you will understand it. So here the thing is, in this program, the value of a is from 1 to 100, and in the if condition what we are doing, we are dividing all the numbers from 1 to 100 with 2. So the thing is, if the number is divisible by 2, we will not print it. Means if it is an even number, we will not print it. If it is odd number, we will print it. For example, the first number is 1, yes or no? If statement is executed, when you divide 1 by 2, what is the remainder? When you divide 1 by 2, the remainder is 1 because it is an integer division. It is not, the answer is not 0.5, okay? Modulus means integer division. So when you divide 1 by 2, the remainder is 1 and 1 is not equal to 0. So here we will encounter the continue statement. Okay. Sorry, in this case we will print the number, okay, because it is not 0. Now the second number is 2. When you divide 2 by 2, the remainder is 0 na? It means you will not print it on the screen. Continue means you will go from line number 8 to line number 5. Continue means skipping the step. Whatever is below the continue, it will not execute. So you will go to the next step of the for loop. I hope you are understanding. In this program, what we want to do, 100 numbers are there from 1 to 100 and we are dividing every number with 2. If the number is divisible by 2, we will skip it. If it is an odd number, just print it. So the first number, so the first value of a is 1. You will divide 1 by 2. You will go to line number 7. When you divide 1 by 2, here the output is 1. Is 1 and 0 same? No. You will go to the else and you will print the number 1 on the screen. Okay. Now a will become 2 here. Now when you divide 2 by 2, the remainder is 0. So 0 and 0 is same. It means you do not need to go to the else statement and you do not want to print the even number. It means you will go to the continue. Continue means go again back to the for loop. Means whatever is below the continue, it will not work. Because just read the definition in the previous slide. It skips the current iteration, means whatever the current step it will skip it. Okay, so you will go to the next step. That's all. Then the value of a will become 3. The remainder is 1. 1 and 0 is not same. Go to the else, print the number. Then the a will become 4. 4 is divisible by 2. And the remainder is 0. 0 and 0 is same. So it will not print it. Again go to the 5. So it will print the odd numbers from 1 to 100. Okay. So I hope this is fine. Now what you guys can do, implement this program inside the system. Because this is a lab session, na? We need to do some particular programs. If there is doubt, just ask. Break means it breaks the loop. Remember, one break statement will break only one loop, not multiple loop. Continue statement means whatever is below it will not execute. You will go to the next step of the loop. That's all. Continue statement we can use. Yes.
Sir, can you please explain the last question, because I was unable to hear anything. My speakers got glitched and I was unable to see anything. The blank screen was showing on my laptop.
No worry, what you can do, the recording of lecture is there. After the class, just see the recording, okay? Or what we can do, after 5:10, just remind me, I will explain, okay?
Okay, sir, thank you.
So implement this program so that you can remember how continue is working. Do it ASAP. And what you guys are studying in the Rajiv sir class? Can anyone tell
Sir,
me?
operators.
Okay. Implement this program ASAP. I will give you only 5 minutes. At 3:58, we can start the next topic. Continue means skip the current iteration or the current step. Whatever is below continue, it will not execute. Just go to the next iteration of for statement. Okay. You can use the continue in for loop, in the while loop, in the do while loop. But the thing is break and continue are used only in the loops, not anywhere else. Now what you can do, you can modify the program. Okay. Just simply don't type this program. My question is change the program so that it will print the even numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, it is very easy. You need to change only one thing. Right now this program is printing odd numbers from 1 to 100. You should change the program such that it will print the even numbers. You need to change only one thing. Okay, do it and send the code or the output
It is
in the
printing
MS Team.
from 49, sir.
Say it again.
Code is printing from 49 to 99.
49 to 99. I cannot understand.
Sir, I run this code, sir. Output is 49 to 99. Odd numbers.
So you are saying this particular code is printing numbers from 49 to 99. You can send the code in the MS Team chat box. I will check. Send the code. It will print the odd numbers from 1 to 100. Maybe you have done something wrong. I will correct it. Send the code. And students, again, do not implement this program. Change the program such that it will print the even numbers. Right now it is printing the odd number, means 1, 3, 5, 7. But you should print 2, 4, 6, 8 up to 100. Okay. You need to change only one thing here. And do not discuss it with me. Just implement by your own. This program is working correctly. Why? Because this is a screenshot of the DFC++. So I have, written the code in the compiler and the program was working fine. So just write the code without error and you will get the odd numbers from 1 to 100, means 1, 3, 5, 7 up to 99. Okay.
Sir, I have sent the code, sir.
Okay, let me check. Yaman, you have not sent the code. You have sent the picture. No worry, I will check. Yaman, what you need to do, there is a scroll up button here. Means, in the PPT, this is a scroll button. So you will scroll up the particular output. Then you will see the other numbers. Okay, Yaman. For example, this is a scroll up bar ना, ऐसे scroll करना, फिर आ जाएंगे और numbers in the output window. Okay.
नहीं सर, वो सर पूरा स्क्रॉल अप है सर पूरा.
Yaman Jan, what you need to do, send the code. Then I will run the same in my system. Okay. Do not send the picture, send the code. I will copy paste it. Let me check the code for other students. Khushi answer is correct. Other students' answer is also correct. If you need to print the even numbers, then skip the odd number. How can you skip the odd number? Odd number means the remainder is 1 when you divide it by 2. When you divide a number by 2, only 2 remainders can be there, na? 0 or 1. So you need to skip the odd number. How can you skip them? In the if statement, write double equal to 1 because the remainder of odd number is 1 when you divide it by 2. So continue will work. It will not print it. That's all. In the line number 7, instead of writing double equal to 0, write double equal to 1. That's all.
Sir, I have sent the code, sir.
Okay, let me check. कहाँ पर है कोड? Yaman, send it again. I cannot see it. Send it again, ASAP. Ayush, I think you have not changed the code. Just write here double equal to 1 because right now it is printing odd number. Is it printing odd number?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir. I checked.
1, 2. No, it is correct, Ayush. It is correct because you have written continue here. It is fine. Yaman, have you sent the code?
Yes, sir. I think network issue.
No worry, what I will do, the code is here. Let me copy the code of any one student, for example of Vanshita. Then I will run the code. Let me change here 1 to 0 and let us check the output. It is missing here. What is showing error in the continue?
Sir, bracket.
Which bracket?
Sir, if.
The follow brackets.
Oh, semicolon is here. Vanshita, was the code working? I think no. Let's check it. It is printing the odd numbers. It is working fine. We can use slash n here. Okay, Yaman, it is working fine. Maybe you have missed something, maybe there is some error, that's why. Else this will work. It is fine. You do not need to write even brackets here, it will work. Okay, now let us move to the next program or to the next part. Switch statement. We will study a very important topic. I mean, programming, every topic is important, but we are starting a very good topic that is known as switch case statement. Now the first thing is, switch statement is like the if else. Whatever code that you can write with switch statement, also you can write the same code with the help of if else. But the thing is, when you use the switch statement, it is easy to read. Okay. Switch statement allows us to execute one code block among many alternative. What I will do, I will show you the code and you will understand it. This is the syntax. How can you write the particular switch statement? First you need to write the switch, then whatever here you need to write, then cases here, break statement, case, break and default. No worry, I will show you the particular code. Okay, this is the code. I will copy paste it inside the compiler. So what this program is doing is, instead of this program, let us discuss a simple program. Okay, so this is the program. Write a C program to read weekday number and print weekday name using switch case statement. Okay, so the thing is, if you enter 1, it will print Sunday. If you enter 2, it will print Monday. For 3, it will print Tuesday. For 4, Wednesday. 5, Thursday. 6, Friday. For 7, it will print Saturday. Okay, so means you will only enter the weekday number and our program will print the weekday name. We can do this task with the help of if-else statement also. But the thing is, when you use the switch statement, it is very easy to read the code. I hope you have understood what the code wants. Now, this is the code. Let me enlarge it by copying it inside the compiler. So how it is working? First of all, I have created a variable. This particular variable wday will take the input from the user. Okay. So here in the printf statement, I am taking the input from the user and using the scanf statement. Okay. Then I will write switch, of course, in small case. Everything you have to write in the C programming, everything by default is of small case. Okay. 99% of the things are small letter in C language. Then you will write wday. Why? Let us suppose if I enter 1 as the input, in the wday 1 will go. So here 1 will be written. Now, as you can see, there are many cases here. Yes or no? Cases are used for the matching purpose. For example, when you pass 1 here, what will happen? Computer will check whether 1 is same as 1. 1 is same as 1 na? Yes or no? So you will print Sunday and you will break. Break means that is the end. That is the end of the program. So the thing is, break statement can be used with for loops and it can also be used with the switch statement. Okay. Now let us suppose you enter 5. So in the wday, what is the value? 5 na? So here 5 will go. Then what will happen? One by one, computer will check the value. Is 5 equal to 1? No. Don't worry, go to the second case. Is 5 equal to no? No. Is 5 equal to 3? No. Is 5 equal to 4? No. Then go to the next case. Is 5 equal to 5? Yes. Then you can go inside the printf statement or inside the case and you will print Thursday and you will break. Break means it will move you outside the switch statement, means you will go to the line number 36 and that is the end. Okay, that's how it is working. Simple. Let us suppose you entered wday as 7. What will happen? One by one, compiler or the computer will check every case statement and it will try to find the match. So first you will compare 7 by 1, it is not same. So go to the second case. Compare 2 with 7, no. 3 with 7, no. 4 with 7, no. 5 with 7, no. Both are not same. 6 with 7, no. 7 with 7, because 7 are 7, both are same. It means go inside the case statement, print the value Saturday and break. Break means you will not execute anything below it. Okay. Break means go outside the switch statement, means go to line number 36 and there is nothing else. So that's the end of the code. Now as you can see, there is a default statement. Default means if nothing is matched, then it will work. Default statement means if nothing is matched, then this will work. For example, here the possible values of weekday are from 1 to 7, yes or no? But let us suppose if one user entered number 100, then we need to tell the user that this is a invalid input. So if the number is 100, you will compare it with case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, nothing will match. Then you will go to the default. Default means if you hit this particular statement, it will execute no matter what. Means it will print invalid weekday number. So user can see that my input was not correct. I need to enter the number 1 to 7. Then he or she can rerun the program. Okay. Now this thing we can write with the help of if else also. But if we write the same thing with if and else, there will be a lot of if and else. Yes or no? We need to write if w day is double equal to 1, if w day is double equal to 2. So you can do the same thing with the help of if else, but it if you use the switch statement, it is easy to write, it is more readable, it is a neat and clean code. Okay, but here remember, after every case you need to write the break statement. It is compulsory, you cannot skip it. Why? I will tell you later. If you have understood this, what you can do, open the compiler and implement the program, send the output in the MS Team. If there is issue, you can ask. I can explain this particular program for one more time. And remember the syntax here. Syntax is very, very important. There is a space between case and the number. And here there is a colon. Okay. That's all. Implement the program ASAP. So what I can do is, because the code is large, just tell me, I will scroll down the code after some time once you guys have done this. Okay, let me know if there is some doubt. I can explain this particular thing one more time. It is very simple. It will compare the w day value, whatever value the user has inputted, from each and every case. Okay, default will work if no case will work. Once you enter inside a case, below other case will not work. So you need to write the break statement. You cannot skip the break statement. And remember the syntax. After switch, curly brackets are open and close, and in the case, colon is used. Okay, colon, not semicolon. That's all. Case works like if else works. Either you can use if else or you can use switch and cases. But when you use switch and case, it is easy to write the code. Okay, but because if you write the same code with if and else, the first thing is you have to write more code, because you have to write if w day is double equal to 1, you have to use the double equal to operator. Here it is doing the comparison automatically. Okay, it is comparing the value of w day with each and every case value like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That's all. And if you are writing the code with the help of switch, it is neat and clean code. Now you can easily see it. Write the same code with if and else. It is not neat and clean. Okay, it is not organized. That is the only difference between switch and if and else. Else both are same. For example, I told you now for and while are same. Only the way of writing is different. Yes or no? Same logic you can say we can apply here. Do it ASAP, 5 minutes, and I will scroll down the code. Just let me know once you have written this. A lot of MCQs are asked in the placement from switch and case. I hope it is clear. It is not difficult. Just remember the syntax, how we are writing the switch. Break
Sir, you
statement
can
is.
show
Okay, I will scroll
sir,
down.
you can
So always remember, do not forget the break statement. Okay. You can even write break here, but it doesn't matter. Okay. You can write even break here. It is fine. But the thing is, it is the last statement now. So why you need to write the break? It will automatically break. So that's why we have not written break here. Else you can write. But do not forget to write break. In every case, you have to write break. Why? We will discuss it. First do the program. So in this program, a user can enter any value from 1 to 7 and the corresponding week day is printed. If the user enters a wrong number, then our program will say invalid weekday number. So he or she can rerun the program and they can again give the input, the correct input.
Excuse me, sir.
sir, ये
Yes.
Sir, can you please check my code? So there is something went wrong in my compiler. So it has stopped working. So can I send the code in the chat box?
Yes. So anyone else has more doubt?
sir, can we use the case keyword out like not without using switch?
No.
Okay, sir.
If we need to use the case, it should be inside the switch. Ajit, the answer is correct. Okay, simple program.
Sir, I have
Sojal,
sent
you
the
have
code.
doubt. Sojal, in the
No,
scanf you have not.
sir, my compiler is not working.
Yeah, it will not work now because in the scanf you have not used the
No,
ampersand. Okay, here in the scanf you always use the ampersand, else it will not take the input. It will show the wrong answer. Simple.
Sir,
Yes, who is this? Say your name.
Sir, Naman Mishra.
Yes, Naman.
Yes, sir. Now it's working.
Naman, you want to say something? You want to ask something? I will still give you 3 to 5 minutes, okay? Implement the code. And again, take my advice, do not, simply copy paste the code from my compiler. Just check out the code and try to remember the code, then type by your own, okay? You will do some error, but it is a good thing, because if you do some error, you will remember the code for a long time, okay? Error means you will know, yes, I have done this program and I have done this error, so you will not again do the error. So just do not copy paste the code. See the code, write by your own. If you get stuck, then you can take the help of my code. You can check out my screen. 3 to 5 minutes more I am giving you. Then I will tell you why we need to use break in the case. Switch and case will work together, or I will say switch, case and break will work together, okay? Never miss anything. Do not miss break inside the case statement, okay? Whenever you write the switch, you need to write the case and break. Yes.
उसमें मैंने अपना कोड लिखा, वो सर आप एक बार read कर नहीं आ रहा.
Naman, I cannot find your code. Can you send it again? Because so many students have already sent the code. The code is not there. Send it again. Let me know ASAP. Yaman code is also correct. Naman, what is your doubt? Are you not able to understand it, or there is some error while you are writing the code?
Yes, sir.
Okay, error, then send the code or the picture of the code.
Send the code.
Where? I cannot see it. Send it again, because I cannot find it. So many students have already sent the code.
सर वो नमन का कोड चैट बॉक्स में नहीं दिख रहा, पर वो MS Team में जहाँ रिप्लाई सेक्शन होता है उसमें दिख रहा है.
Where is the reply section?
सर वो जहाँ पे टीम मीटिंग शेड्यूल होती है और जहाँ पे दिखता है.
Here.
नो सर, तो वो जनरल ए सेट वाला. यस सर, ये रिप्लाईज में.
Okay.
हो गया सर ऊपर. Yes, sir.
In the default, the D is capital, na? Naman? C is case sensitive. Everything, 99% of the things are small. So make D a small, and of course it will work. And the other thing is, after case 7, you need to write the break statement. In every case, you need to write the break. So after case 7, write the break statement and make D a small. And after the printf also, semicolon is not there. Naman,
Yes, sir.
do it and let me know.
Yes, sir.
In every case, you need to write the break. or what you will do in every case also and in the default also, write the break, okay? Because you know default is the last statement, so that's why I'm not writing the break statement, because that is the end, it will automatically break, so we do not need to write the break. But if you want to remember the thing, write the break here, no worry, it is fine. Still I'm giving you 2 to 3 minutes, then I will tell you why we need to write break every time again and again. What will happen? Okay, you can do it. If you have done the program, remove the break statement and just run the program and tell me what is the output you are getting and what is the logic, like what will happen if you do not use the break statement. Student who have done the code, remove the break statement from your code and just tell me orally, like what is the output they are getting and why they are getting, what is the pattern you are finding. Okay, others they can write the code and let me know if there is some error or some issue. Yes, I cannot hear you, say it loudly.
Sir, please see the MS Team chat, sir. I have sent a photo. वो error दिखा रहा है break को default.
Your name is?
Sir, Naman.
Okay, Naman. So I will write the code. This is the same code, Nama, or is it the latest? Because you have not written the semicolon after line number 34. That's why after line number 34, put a semicolon and it will work. Okay. It will work, I can show you. For example, here break is there. Let us run the program and enter a weekday. It is working fine. Let us input a wrong number like 70, 70, 700. Invalid week number. So I have asked a question from you students. What will happen if we do not write the break statement? Come on, anyone? Okay, let me ask. Yaman? Error will happen.
Sir, it
No.
will all days, sir, after your time.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
if we
On
select
the
5,
case,
it will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and invalid weekly number.
Let me remove the break statement. So I have removed the break statement. My question is, Yaman, if I input the weekday as 5, what do you think the output is? Yaman only.
Sir, Thursday and invalid number, invalid weekly. I think so.
So you are saying the output is Thursday and the invalid weekday number. Yes?
No, sir, I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and invalid weekly.
Okay, so you are saying Thursday, Friday, Saturday, invalid week number. Yes, it is correct. Why? The thing is how case works. Case is not so much intelligent. Okay, how it is working is, I have told you that switch statement is similar as if else, but it is not 100% similar. Okay, for example, if the in the if else if and in the else only one will work, yes or no? If we are using the if, else, if or else statements, only one will work. But this is not the case with the case statement. For example, here no break statement is used. So let us suppose the W day or the weekday is 1. So here the case is matched and Sunday is printed. But because no break is there, what will happen? No cases are checked because 1 and 2 is not same, but this thing is not checked. If you enter inside one case, you will enter inside all the cases. Remember this line. If you enter inside one case, you will enter inside all the cases. So once you entered in the Sunday, because there was no break statement, so you will print Monday also, Tuesday also, Wednesday also, Thursday also, Friday also, Saturday also, and the default statement also. Similarly, let us suppose you input the weekday as 5. So 1 and 5 is not matched, 2 and 5 is not matched, 3 and 5 is not matched, 4 and 5 is not matched, 5 and 5 is matched. You will print Thursday. As I told you, once you enter inside the case statement, you will enter inside all the case statement. So you will print Friday also, Saturday also, invalid week number also. That's why after every case you need to write the break. Break means once you enter inside the case, you will break means you will stop the switch statement. No more cases will be executed. So that's why it is very, very important to write the break statement in every case. Okay, I hope it is clear. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now let us do the next thing. The question is in front of you. Write a C program to print gender program according to given, male or female using switch. The thing is, you will enter a particular alphabet, either M or F. If it is M, you will write that you are a male. If F is there, then you will write like you are a female. That's all. Okay. And remember, you can either write capital M or small m or capital F or small f. Okay. All are valid. So write the program using switch case. Do it ASAP. Do not take help from the internet. Write by your own. And kindly mute your microphone. There is a background noise. Whose microphone is on? Ayush, okay. Do this program, it is very easy, it is simple. Read a character from the keyboard. Read a character. And if you have entered capital M or small m, just print you are a male. If capital F or small f, you are a female. That's all. Do it as a simple program, but do it by your own. If there is error, I will remove it. Just let me know. Take your time, you can take 10 minutes, there is no hurry, but do it by yourself. Do not take help from fans, from internet, from anywhere. You need to read a character, so use the char data type. There can be 4 cases: for capital M, for small m, for capital F, for small f. That's all. There is no default here. Default can be there, okay, when the user have inputted a wrong character, so it is good to write the default statement, okay. That's all. Simple. You write character inside the single quotes, okay, remember it. Characters are written inside the single quotes. So try by yourself, then I will, tell you the answer. But I think you can easily do it. It is simple. It is not difficult. Then I will mark your attendance. Anurag answer is correct, and he has used the single quotes, okay. Do not write case capital M or small m. Character means you need to write it inside the single quote or the double quote, both will work. But write these things in the quotes, okay. Now integers are not written in the quotes. For example, in the previous program, in the weekday program, you are not writing the numbers in quotes. But the thing is, characters need to be written inside the quotes. That is the basic syntax, okay. Dennis Ritchie or anyone has given the syntax and we have to follow it, okay. Because with the help of quotes we can differentiate that this is not a variable. Like capital M can be a variable, na? But when you are writing capital M or small f or small m or capital F inside the quote, it means it is not a variable. That is the only thing. That's the way of differentiating it with the variables, okay. That is the syntax we have to follow. Take your time, take 5 more minutes. Then I will ask you some tricky questions on the switch and case. Let us see whether you can answer it or not. And I think remember, when you input a character, you will not write %d format specifier. For characters, we use %c. So remember that particular thing also. Don't forget the break statement, else you will get the wrong answer. After case, you will write the semicolon, which will come inside the scope, means in the curly bracket open and inside the curly bracket close. Remember this thing, that's all. So do it fast. I think no one has sent. Okay, Sojal has sent. Randeep also. I think it is easy. It is not difficult, na? Simple topics we are studying. So far, we have not done any difficult topic. Okay. So far in the C programming. Like when we have done the array concept, then what I will do is we will do questions on the HackerRank platform or on the HackerEarth. There the programs are complex. Here we are doing the introduction of C language. Okay, it is introduction, simple introduction. But then, you know, when we will do the questions on the HackerRank, on HackerEarth, or on any other website, means when we will do the competitive programming, then, you know, I will say that it is difficult. Yes, not difficult means it will take some time to code, but this thing is simple, but is very basic. Okay, so can we move to the next topic, or should I wait? Say no if you are writing the code, else I will move to the next topic. Okay, let us move. So I will ask some questions from you. Where is the question? Okay, this is the question, and no one else will answer. I will call out the name of student and he or she will only answer. No one else will answer. So let me call out the name, and okay, Ayush, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Take your time. A question is in front of you and tell me the answer. There is no hurry. Take your time, as much time as you want, and no one else will answer. And tell me only one answer, okay? Do not change your answer. Take your time, take 2 or 3 minutes, then tell me the answer. This question came in a placement company, okay? As you can see, it is the screenshot of the particular question that is pasted here.
Sir, option B.
Why?
सर क्योंकि सर ब्रेक नहीं किया गया इसलिए.
Yes, it is correct. The thing is, you know, when students are reading this question, they will say, okay, option is H. Of course, the answer is hello. No. In case you need to write the break statement, if you not write the break statement, what will happen? Once you have, you know, entered inside the case, you will enter inside every case. Remember this line. When H and H are matched, then H and W are not matched. H and B are not matched. They are just printed. Means entry is open for them. Once you have entered inside the case, okay, then you can enter inside any case. That's why after every case you need to write the break statement. Okay. So here what will happen, you will print hello, welcome, bye, then you will break. In the end you are printing na, in the end you are breaking na, but the thing is you have printed hello, welcome and bye, which is the wrong answer, and this is the answer here. Okay, now this is the next question, and I will ask the question from Sojal. Sojal, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Take your time, there is no hurry. Tell me the answer. It doesn't matter if the answer is wrong, only participation is required, so do not worry. After this I will mark the attendance. Okay, I think I forget about the attendance. No one else will answer.
Sir, it could be means 12, 35, and sir, that means what will come of A divided by B means 7/5.
Tell me the final answer. Take your time, do whatever division you want to do, and tell me the final answer. No one else will answer. There is no hurry. Yes.
सर थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हो गया सर मैं, मीन्स सर वो केस
No
2
worry.
से
I
सर
will.
प्रिंट हो जाएगा ना
No
ब्रेक?
worry. I will pass the question to next student. Good try. I appreciate that. So I will ask the question from. Wait a second. Abha, can you hear me? Abha. Okay. Sahil, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
What do you think the answer is? Okay, I think I should give you time. So I will send the question on the WhatsApp and I will mark your attendance. This is a good question, okay? It is not a simple question. Let me send the picture on the WhatsApp group, or you can take a screenshot. It depends on you, because I will mark the attendance now. So this question will go. I have sent the question on the WhatsApp. You can check. Take your time. After 5 to 10 minutes, I will ask the answer. In the meantime, I will mark the attendance. The system is slow. Let us wait. Sahil is there. Chirag is present. Chirag, is he there in the attendee? Can anyone confirm? No. Chirag.
Sir is there.
Yes, sir. He's in attendee.
Okay.
Sir, Chirag Sharma present.
Yes, you are present. Shivangi.
Present, sir.
Rudra. Ritvik. Ritvik is there.
So Ritvik is not attendee है.
Okay, so absent is Rudra. Rudra is not there, na? Maybe Rudra has changed the section. That's why he is not coming. Aditya is here. Aditya.
Yes. Yes, sir. He is attendee.
Raj is here. Ujjwal is also here, I think. Keshav.
Ujjwal is present.
Present,
Keshav.
sir.
Upendra is here. Yaman is
Keshav
here.
present, sir.
Atul.
Present, sir.
Abha is there. Suyash. Is he here? Can anyone confirm? Suyash.
Yes, sir. He is attendee.
Mansi Bharti.
सर उसने चैट बॉक्स में लिखा है.
Mansi is present. My system is slow, that's why I'm not opening the attendee. Can anyone tell me?
Yes, sir. Mansi is also attendee.
Ashish.
Yes, sir. He is also.
Vanshita is present. Bhanu is present. Sojal is present. Anirudh.
Present, sir.
Anurag.
Present, sir.
Ajita.
Present, sir.
Jwel.
Present, sir.
Tejal.
Present, sir.
Nakul.
Present, sir.
Khushi.
Present, sir.
Vivek.
Present, sir.
Satyam.
Present, sir.
Satyam is there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Naman is present. Nilesh.
Nilesh present, sir.
Vaibhav is there. Suneha.
Present, sir.
Akshat.
Present, sir.
Devansh.
Present, sir.
Anu is present. Vaishnavi.
She is also
Present,
attendee.
sir.
Okay. Second Raj Prajapati. Raj is there. Raj Prajapati. No. Raj. Okay, Raj is not there, na? Okay, Raj is absent. Abhay.
Present, sir.
Adarsh. Adarsh Rathod. No.
सर
हाँ
सर राज ने मुझे मैसेज किया कि वो लास्ट टाइम पे डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया उसके नेटवर्क इशू के कारण।
okay, Adarsh is not there. Adarsh,
सिंह की प्रेजेंट लग गई।
just tell me Adarsh is not there ना. Okay, Randeep.
सर आदर्श है तो अटेंडी में।
Randeep. Randeep is there.
यस सर।
Aman.
अमन दीक्षित यस सर।
Aman Singh, not Aman Dikshit. Aman Singh.
नो सर, अमन सिंह इज नॉट देयर।
Aman is not there na. Okay, it is sorted. Aman Dikshit is there, not Singh. Rohit. Rohit Jain. Is he there?
Present, sir.
Okay, Ayush is
Yes,
there,
sir.
I think. Aman is there. Ayush Kumar.
Present,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Sir, Ayush present.
Yes. Ayush Kumar.
यस सर प्रेजेंट।
So only absentee is Aman Singh. Okay. All are present from the CSC.
बट सर ही इज आल्सो मैसेज मी दैट हिज नेटवर्क इशू है उसका भी, वो लास्ट टाइम पे चला गया।
What I will do, I will download the attendance. Okay. Here I
सर आपने
can
मेरा नाम नहीं
download
बोला।
attendance. All are present except one student, Aman Singh. All are present.
Okay.
What you can do is, you know, after some time, look, I have 48 hours to mark someone present again. Okay. So just check your attendance after the class, and if there is issue, then tell me. Aman Singh. Let me check the attendance of Aman Singh. I hope you are working on the question I have given you. I have sent the question in the WhatsApp. Do not tell the answer, I will ask the answer. Aman Singh. He joined at 4:44. I cannot give him the attendance, just tell him. Okay. Some students are joining late in the class. I will announce him, like Raj Singh. Okay, he has joined over here. Okay, Vivek Mishra. Okay, he has also joined over here. Okay, all have joined, I think. But for Aman, I cannot give the attendance. Just tell him because he joined at 4:44. But I will give him the attendance of second class. Okay, just tell Aman that I will give the attendance from 4:10 to 5:10, but not for the first class. So let us discuss the question. So Yaman, can you tell me the answer? Yaman?
Yes, sir.
What do you
Sir,
think the answer
no
is?
printf is there, so blank screen, I think so, sir.
No, that is okay. Printf we can put. The thing is, what is the final value of A?
The final value is 12, I think. So I've calculated previously, sir.
12.
12. Yes.
No, that is not the answer. No worry.
So 1
Anyone
minute, sir.
else?
Again, I will.
सर
Yes.
7।
Yes, whoever said the answer 7, can you explain?
सर वो रिमाइंडर सर 2 आएगा सर, मतलब कि सर स्विच में जब वैल्यू 2 चली जाएगी सर, उसके बाद वो सेकंड केस पे जाएगा और वहां से तो पूरा नीचे तक फॉलो करेगा।
तो वैल्यू यहाँ पे क्या आ रही है कि
यहाँ पे सर 7 हो रही है।
तो यहाँ पे 12 हो रही है।
यहाँ 7 नहीं होगी ना, 7 कैसे हो जाएगी?
तो यहाँ पे
12, 1260, 12 ऐसा हो रहा है, सर।
सर 7 होगी ना सर, ए में स्विच में आपने सर रिमाइंडर में 2 हो गया सर यहाँ पे।
Yes, yes, it is 7. It is 7. Okay. Then?
Sir, 7. Yes.
सर यहाँ पे
The case
सर
3?
35।
In the case 4,
then 7 again.
Okay, so remember the concept here. This is the correct answer. So the thing is, a variable can have only single value. Kindly mute yourself. Kindly mute this background noise. So here the thing is,
आधे घंटे से मतलब चल रहे 5:30 चल रही मन कर रहा है जरा तो अरे वो फिर मरेगा बट ये मैं क्लास चल रही है तो 5 मिनट फोन करता हूँ ठीक है
all right, let us discuss it. So the values are, I think, 7, 35 and 7 na? Okay, so here a equal to a modulus b means when you divide 7 with 5, it is integer division, so the remainder is 2. Yes or no? So here 2 will come. You the 1 and 2 are not same, so this case is not matched. Then this case is matched, so the value of a is now changed. Okay, the value of case is now 2. Remember that, because a variable can take only single value. So 2 and 5 is 7. Because there is no break statement, you will enter inside every case. So a is equal to a multiply 2 means the new value of a is 7. So here the new value of a is 7. So 7 multiply 5 is 35. Now the new value of a is 35. Then when you divide, the value of b is what? 5 na? Yes. So when you divide 35 with 5, the answer of a is 7, and a equal to a still means a equal to 7. So the final value of a is 7. I hope you are getting it. There is no issue.
Yes, sir.
There is issue, just tell me. Case 2 will give the value of a as output. Yes, I need to write here actually, you know, predict the output, or you can say predict the final value of a. Okay, I hope it is fine. No. Okay, I will change the question if there is no doubt. Take 2 minutes. Okay, let us move to the next question if there is no doubt. Who will tell me the answer? Let me ask the question from Adarsh. Adarsh, can you hear me? Okay, no worry. Then Ajita?
Sir.
Okay, take your time and tell me the answer of this question. Simple question.
Sir, 4, 5 or 6.
Of course, this is the correct answer.
Yes.
I hope there is no doubt. Simple question is there. Number 5 is there, na? So you will enter inside the case number 5. You will go inside the case number 5. But the thing is, nothing is there. You will go inside the case number 6. But after case number 6, you will not enter inside the default because there is break now. So you will break out of the switch statement. So here the case 5 and 6 are executed, you can say, but the output is 4, 5, 6. Another question, where is the question? Who will tell me the answer? Okay, Yaman, take your time, tell me the answer.
Okay.
Take your time, do not hurry. This is a good question. What I will do, I will mark the attendance, okay, and I will send the question on the WhatsApp. First, Yaman will answer. If he is not able to answer, then I will ask other student to answer. Take your time. There is
Choice
no
is
hurry.
1.
Yeah, Yaman, this is the wrong answer. Now this question is open to any student. Okay. Take your time and tell me the answer. The question I have sent on the WhatsApp. You can check the answer on the question on the WhatsApp. So for Aman Singh, I have given him the attendance of the second lecture. Okay. You can tell him, but not for the first lecture because he was not present there. Question is open to anyone. You can even write the code inside the compiler because this is the last question for the day. And if you guys are not able to
Excuse
answer,
me, sir.
yes.
Sir, the answer could be choice other than 1, 2, and 3 because
This is the wrong
there is some
answer.
issue in
That is not the answer, but good try. Anyone else? You can type the code inside the compiler. You can tell me the output, but this will become homework.
सर
Okay, you
एरर
have to
आना
find
चाहिए
the reason. Okay, error. Why?
सर क्योंकि सर एंट्री वैल्यू रख सकते हैं अपन सर सिंटैक्स के हिसाब से तो
Why? I have not told you.
सर आपने बोला था सर अपन सिंटैक्स को फॉलो करते हैं
Why cannot we write float here? What is the reason? Harshit, can anyone tell me Harshit is there in the CSC department? In which department Harshit is there? Anyone? Yes, anyone? Harshit is in which department? CSC, C, EC, IT, mechanical? Or he is a different student because I have not heard him. I have not heard his name. Harshit.
So he's not in our class.
Yes, that's why, No worry. Maybe he has joined the wrong class. Okay, take your time now. Tell me the answer. And you have to give me the explanation also. You can give the answer till 5 time. Only 2 minutes are remaining, else this will become a homework. I can tell you the answer tomorrow. If you have the answer with explanation, with correct explanation, that is okay. Then I will give the explanation right now, today. Else you have to find the answer by yourself. You can write the code. You can take the help from internet. Do some effort. Yes, anyone, any answer, whether it is wrong, no worry. Yaman?
So it is error because float are not allowed in switch, maybe. Because
Okay,
sir,
but why they are not allowed?
so in
I
case
don't know
we
what
can
is the
write,
answer.
in case we can write only integer or means
Why?
character.
Why?
सर क्योंकि सर इंटीरियर सर एक्यूरेट होते हैं सर, फ्लोट और इम्प्रेसाइज होते हैं इसलिए सर।
Why float are imprecise? Give me example. Show me.
मतलब कि सर वो जब कंप्यूटर मेमोरी एलोकेट करता है तब तक कुछ प्रॉब्लम होती होगी इसलिए ऐसा कुछ।
What is the problem? Try to find the problem, na. I can. Okay, let me tell you, there is error because you cannot use float here. But the thing is, I can write a program and I can show you what is the problem with the float, why it is not written here. So similarly, this is a homework. Tomorrow you have to write a program, or you can give me any demonstration, like show me some code, like this is the problem with the float. Okay, that's why we cannot write here. Write a small program, do something, do some practical thing, and tell me what is the problem with the float, that why, in the switch only integers are allowed or characters are allowed, not the floating point number. Even double is not allowed. So this is a homework. Search on the Google, okay, do some effort, and we can discuss it tomorrow. Okay, I have sent the particular code on the WhatsApp. So that's all for today. I will stop the recording.